Hey, what's up? Scott Balcom here with Imagination Creation Films, and this is week 4 of the SB50 Cinematography Challenge review. So we're going to be reviewing 4 of your videos and just talking about what we see, what we like, what we would improve, other things for you to think about, etc., etc. Unfortunately, Bill Howard cannot join us today. Bill is currently offshore rescuing some rescue divers that were rescuing some submariners. They always save the best for last, so he's out there saving everybody. So we should all just, tip our hats to the man. He's a little bit under the weather. There are storms in the ocean. He's actually not feeling very well at all. He feels like $100. So I said, you know what? I'll do this week since you did last week because you were covering for me while I was at a sperm whale reproductive technicians conference. So let's start off here. The very first video we're gonna look at is Kevin. And yeah, baby, parallax is my favorite word, and you have nailed parallax in this slide. This is a prime example of showing depth, showing many layers of composition in there. So you have the front bars from, I'm assuming, a handrail. Those are going by really fast. Then you actually have a string of lights that are over the couch and the chairs there. That string of lights is moving at a different rate than the bars and the couches. And then you have the couches. This is really what you always want to try to do. Well, not always, because you can always break rules. It's what you want to try to think about doing in a slide move, is to show some depth. Because if you let's say you stuck your slider at the edge of a cliff and you move it, no one will see the slide because what you see in the foreground is the background. So if you could stack stuff like this and then balance them, and then you have the pan go by, or the slide go by, it will see this moving faster than that, and that is parallax. And parallax is definitely one we're going to be exploring here in the future. But I digress. So Kevin, really good job there. So the next one up is Genevieve, and I've got her name right, I hope. Oh God, long discussions about this. So Genevieve, your shot, first off, you cheated. You put a little bit of a pan in that first part of the move, but that actually generated parallax. So, okay. I'm gonna let it slide only because I love parallax. It's my favorite word. But so what you've done is you started off with a you're kind of walking with your gimbal, and you do first a little bit of a pan, which is causing the greater parallax as you went around that corner. You're kind of arcing. Then you kind of started to actually do a slide there at the end. What I would suggest is, and I do like the shot, don't get me wrong, I would get closer to that water and then try to slide the opposite direction of the water. Don't necessarily go with the water unless you are like, you put a little toy boat in the water, then I would slide right along with that toy boat, because that's going to generate that parallax between the grass and the reeds along the edge and then the water. But if you don't have that, go against the flow of water, which will highlight the speed of the water and just kind of help tell your story a little bit more. But again, these are just thoughts. These are things for you to think about when you are doing your filmmaking, and how to not just think about one way. Maybe there's 7 ways you can tell a story, and one of them will be the best way for your story. So just open your mind. All good. So Timo is the next one. And Timo, I don't know what your story was. My story that I gathered from it seemed like it would be better served to reverse that shot. I always try to go for comedy a little bit, but that's just where my brain goes. So we see her pounding away at her computer, and then you slide away and you kind of hide her hands behind her laptop screen. I would reverse that and have the screen there. You see her hands just pounding away, but we can't see what she's doing. And then as you reveal, which is also parallax, yeah, as we reveal, maybe we show her actually sitting on her phone instead of her laptop. So, I mean, that would be a funny twist on the story. I mean, if you don't have to go for funny, but I mean, it could just be a way to reveal what's actually happening. But if you reverse that, then you can kind of help tell that story, even the way you did it, where she's actually working on the laptop. You see her in front of it, and you turn to the side and you see she's just pounding away at it. So it highlights and it intensifies the feeling of that shot. But that is exactly what a slide is good for. It is to reveal extra parts of your story. We talk about Steven Spielberg, where he will just kind of control and command the whole entire environment using pans and tilts and slides and jibs. He does it all. And he might move around like this and float and then turn and then moves the camera this way. He's doing all this to control what you see and when you get to see it. So try to think about this as you're doing these things in the future. Just think about, what story am I trying to tell, and what can I do to kind of turn that a little bit and then reveal the story. That also helps to build anticipation. So those are my thoughts on that one. Lewis is the next one. And Lewis, this one is a really nice shot. I love the parallax with the brush or the weeds in front of the pond. And I love the fact that it's winter. That's kind of cool. Again, and this is kind of funny, this seems to be Scott's theme this whole entire way, is I would reverse that shot. I would come from the weed so that you can't tell what it is. You just see the snow going, then you see the weed, and then you slowly reveal that there's an oasis that once was in the back, but now it's in the frozen tundra. That's a great reveal, also great use of parallax. So great shot there. Everyone really, good job. Bertram, you did a fine job with your smoke getting in there. That was great. There was a couple others. I didn't write down the names, I apologize, but all of you are doing, the one with the glass. I think I commented on it, but I would pour some kind of liquid and I would move really fast and finish that liquid right when it stops. All of you are doing a great job. We really love watching all this participation that everyone's doing. We love how everyone is engaging each other and helping and learning from each other. And we are not the teachers. We're the guides along your journey. You all are the teachers. You are all teaching each other and learning from each other as well as us. And we love that. We just want to say thank you, each and every one of you, for participating, and tell all your friends about it. Let's build this community up. Let's get some more people in here so we can learn more, because I think it's getting kind of cool. We kind of leveled off there, and who knows why? It could just be where we ended up in the world out there. But start telling some friends. Let's get some more people involved in this, and let's have a little more fun. Next week's challenge is coming up. Well, week 7's challenge is coming up this Friday. I'm going to be doing that one too, since Bill won't be back from his excursion under the sea, under the weather. So I'll be doing that one as well. I mean, you all love to see my bright, shiny face. I mean, well, shouldn't be too shiny. I just showered. It should be nice and fresh. But yeah, so everyone get out there, do your best, think about your story, think about how to best serve your story, share, comment, do all of those things, because we love it, you love it, and everyone is better for it. So as I always like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Summertime.